You're right there guys, what's going on and welcome back to the channel. We've done it. Top 100 Weekly has been secured for the very first time at 29-1. If you look back at the previous results, Elite 2, Elite 1 and now Top 100. What changes did we make to our tactics? Who did we bring in to secure that finish? I want to show you the last 10 games, break it down for you. We played against some really good players, a professional, all that good stuff. Leave a like, and if you are needing game codes or anything game related, head over to g2a.com, use the code Fuji on that site to get a discount on every single order, and let's go into the breakdown. So at this moment in time, we are 20-0 in the weekend league, going into the match against a German pro player. And of course, as he's a pro, he's going to be good, but I made a massive mistake very early on. I gifted him a penalty, and it's one of those situations where I commit, and I know I shouldn't commit, but it's just out of habit. He wasn't going anywhere. He didn't really do any skill that was gonna cause me trouble. I swiped his legs, gave him a pen, and I didn't have any issues with that. That was my mistake. But it was the incident after that, Patrick Vieira, like what I was trying to do was to switch to Vieira, throw him in but not actually commit to a challenge, then switch to the second man and then jockey. So I'm basically doubling up, pinching the play, and then out of nowhere Patrick Vieira, like it locks back onto him, he makes an auto tackle, just bumps into him, and he's awarded a pen and he scores that one. So I saved the initial one, he still gets the goal from another penalty spot kick, but it's fine. Like, he's a pro player. I know that it's not always going to go my way and it's going to be a very difficult game. We get back into it though, 1-1, lovely finish. I don't know if it was a lovely finish, but what happened right in this game is that I need a little bit of luck, and it just wasn't on my side in this one. He eventually scores in the 49th minute, 49, given 2 minutes of added time. Patrick Vieira right on the edge of my box, any other game, he would have cleared that. But he doesn't even jump, or he gets out jumped, and then he scores in the 49th minute. So it's 2 goals where I feel a little bit hard done by, but we still push on. We somehow find a way to clutch up very late on, take it to extra time. It's 2-2, and then I decided to switch up my custom tactics and have it so it's very aggressive, high depth, high plays inside the box, and we actually started to take control. And I was a little unfortunate with some of the time finishing. I scuffed my chances. We probably could have made it 3-2, but then with him being a pro, he kept his composure and he finished it off 3-2 in extra time. And if you're looking at the bigger picture with the chances that he created compared to mine, he probably deserved to win. And that's fine, I can accept that, but I just wasn't really happy with some of the decisions that he had in his favour. But that's FIFA for you, and maybe on another day we could have probably got the win, I don't really know. But I'm just happy that I was able to compete against a professional player, knowing how I was playing this weekend on both accounts, not only on the main, on the RTG. That episode tomorrow is going to be very special. So where has it all gone right really? What have we changed? What adjustments did we make to our custom tactics? So the tactics I will show you after this breakdown, but the changes that we did make to the overall side, 4-2-3-1 now. We're back to it. It's the trusty formation that was allowing me to finish top 100 on FIFA 17, FIFA 18, and no surprise really, FIFA 19, we're back. Is it where we belong? I don't know, man. Like, I feel sometimes when I'm in good form, I play very, very nice FIFA and I feel unstoppable in the attack. It's just defensively it is letting me down a little bit. But this weekend, man, it was working. My player switching was on point. I felt comfortable in the games, and CR7, the game changer. Now, one thing I will say about Cristiano Ronaldo is that if you're really wanting to take the weekend league seriously, you need this guy. Because the game is pretty cheesy with how headers are overpowered from corners, if you've got Ronaldo, 9 out of 10 that you're going to take, as long as you're putting the ball in a good area, he's going to attack that. He gets the leap on every single defender. He doesn't get out jumped, and it's a goal. They don't have any answer to it. So if you're someone that is playing positive, and I would say this weekend I was adding a bit of flair into my play, I was creating a lot of chances, I was getting a ton of corners, and he was clutching up. Like, his goals, the game is trash. Like, most of the goals that he scored was from a corner. And then, not to mention, when you're kicking it up to him, he's going to win that more often than not. So I was just very happy with the influence that he had to the side, but then if you really break it down and see what he's doing in the attack with open play, he's not really like top tier that I want from a player. So his dribbling is pretty average at times. He feels kind of clunky on the ball, not unplayable though. He can turn sharp at times. His finishing is unbelievable with both feet, and of course his heading and stuff, and he's got the 5-star skills. I just was expecting a bit more from CR7, but then the heading and stuff makes up for it. And if you don't have this guy in your weekend league team, you're just at a complete disadvantage to someone that does have him, that's going to be causing you trouble with the corners and just set pieces. So yeah, Ronaldo was a very nice addition to the side. Am I going to keep him though? Because now we've finished top 100. The whole idea of this account was to put on FIFA points at the start, generate as many coins as we could, and then test out players, try and do well in the weekend league. So it defeats the whole purpose of me doing that if I just continue using the same side over and over. So I know this is probably going to come to a shock to some of you. I would love to get like the best rewards for you guys, but I think CR7, he's gone. Like, he's very, very good and you need him, but I don't really want to play like that. I want to take Ronaldo out of my team. I want to bring in Ronaldinho's prime card or Figo or some legends and icons like that I can give a go and at least be able to recommend different like values. Like Ronaldo 2 mil, you know, he's good now. If I bring in maybe someone like a Veron, I don't know, Roy Keane, like sell Makelele. By the way, Makelele's a god, but you know what I mean, like, because not everyone can afford these top tier players. So let me know your thoughts on that. Maybe completely rework the side, or in fact, what I could do is make slight adjustments. What would you prefer to see? Maybe you want me to do well and finish in the top 100 for the YouTube videos, or in fact, would it be best if I just try out different cards? But to do it on stream as well, I'm just over the moon, man. And if you do look back at the previous results, Elite 2, Elite 1, and now top 100, every single week we've made some upgrades and we've got better, and I'm putting in 60 games every single weekend. If I'm not getting better at the game, then I'm doing something wrong. But I feel like I found a nice set of custom tactics. The best thing that I discovered was to switch from pressure after possession loss to balance. Now, what I would recommend is if you're obviously wanting to get back into a game, or you're feeling like you're not controlling it as much as you would, then by all means flick into possession after press after possession loss, or use something that gives you that constant pressure. But when it's neutral and your opponent hasn't done anything to go in front or like that, keep in a balanced defense where you've got your line, because naturally I'm going to pull my players out of position anyway. I felt like that was a big improvement, and it shows not only on this account, but it does also show over on the RTG, which that episode will be out tomorrow. Super excited to share that with you. But no, some of my favorite players in this team, of course, you've got Cruyff still, just a wonderful card. I just love Cruyff on the game. But is it time to say goodbye and test out somebody else? Maybe. And this is it. I don't want it to become stale, just using the same cards over and over, because this weekend league run, if you go back to the last week's video, I'm just using the same team: Makelele, Vieira, Maldini. But some of the players that I really want to keep in the team, Maldini 100%, right? Because he's that good. And if you're looking, by the way, to finish in the top 100, 3 players you got to get: Maldini, Vieira, CR7. Those 3, and that is probably the missing piece of the puzzle when you're looking at your squad and you're wondering, how am I going to get those extra wins? Because a full mega team is all well and good, but you're wanting the key players, the ones that are really going to change your game. Like Cruyff's fantastic and all, but I can probably get the same input or output, I should say, with a Neymar, with a Hazard. I was going to say a Quincy Promes, but that's pushing it a little bit. But you get what I'm trying to explain. It's really the 3 key players that you need in your team that are going to carry you in those tight games. But to be able to compete against that pro player, play with flair as well. Like, I don't feel like I'm that typical sweaty guy that plays the weekend league. I don't really know like the overpowered mechanics. I don't use the El Tornado and then do like a bicycle kick or hit it on the volley, which just seems to be like a guaranteed goal right now. Sorry about that. Where were we? Just had to take a drink. My throat's still pretty sore, but hopefully it's sounding better. Let me know in the comments. But what I was about to say is, yeah, I don't really use like the overpowered mechanics, like getting down the line, crossing as much, which I should. I don't use the El Tornado, get those guaranteed goals. I just play FIFA how I would enjoy playing it, like moving, turning, just using the players that can dribble really well, pass and move, trying to score some skill goals. And to be able to do that with that kind of style and finishing the top 100, that is me complete, man. And that's what I love to do. And to finish in the top 100 for the first time, and the team of the week is looking insane, by the way. Ronaldo, Mane, Suarez, Pogba, my God. Talk about timing, and we've got top 100 rewards. But boys, let's go and see the team and break down some of the tactics. So like I said, we didn't make too many changes to the overall weekend league side. Courtois was still in goal, Juanfran in that right back position, and what I want to do is replace him for the next week, so I can test out Kyle Walker and be able to actually recommend who is better. Is it Kyle Walker? Is it Valencia? Who is the best right back on the game? Maybe even inform or second inform Lala. But Varane is just icon quality. Maldini's still rocking it. How many games we played in total now? 204 games. What a monster. And Alexandro, I can say that this inform is definitely better than the non-inform. The way he plays for me, absolutely love him. And I would go as far to say he is the best left back on the game. Makelele, unbelievable. Patrick Vieira is so important. Neymar and Hazard leading the attack, with Cruyff as my middle cam, and CR7, like I was saying, his stats, 30 games, 25 goals, 15 assists. It isn't even that good, but he gets important goals, and that's what it comes down to. The game changer, that's CR7 for you. So the custom tactics that I was using in the 4-2-3-1, everything on balance. I knocked this down by the 1, so I have 14 width, 4 depth. The balance offensive style, we've got 4 width. We have 5 on players inside the box, 4 for corners, because like everyone's going to be marking CR7, right? So if you flood it, then your opponent has to pick up so many other players, and it gives him a little bit more space, in my opinion. And then you've got the free kicks on 2. And then with the instructions, like that's how I set out the team, with Neymar on the right, Hazard on the left. And then the instructions here, getting behind, we've got Cruyff to stay forward, 2 CDMs to stay back, and then the 2 fullbacks to stay back. Those are my custom tactics. Those are my play instructions. And this is the team that was able to secure me 29-1. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you're looking forward to the rewards just as much as I am. Let's see if we can get a red CR7. But like I did say, please recommend some players I can use. I'm probably going to sell Makelele, CR7. I don't know, you know, we'll see. We'll see what we do. Thank you for watching. Team out. Peace.